what I like about young people, they disregard norms, they disregard rules,
The
and
challenge,
and that's a beautiful.
rebels. Yeah,
That's a very beautiful thing, because
absolutely.
yeah, because only only those who disregard rules
Yeah,
can make new things.
correct.
He talks a lot, you know.
Hello there, welcome to He Talks a Lot. Guys, this is your host Mandar, and Happy New Year. And in today's episode, guys, we have Mr. Zahir Mirza. Zahir Mirza is actually a very popular guest lecturer in Sir JJ Institute of Applied Arts, Mumbai. That's my college. And we got together and we spoke a lot about different things, especially when it comes to these kids in unis and colleges, how they should be understood more, how we should listen to them more. We actually also spoke about different ways to make sure education system changes. We tweak the education system actually, which is a must in today's day and age, be it in art college or any other college. So guys, this episode is very, very special. Please share this with your friends and families, your teachers, whoever you can. This needs to be heard, this needs to be shared. I hope you all will do it. Zahir Mirza in the house. Enjoy.
Zahir sir, welcome to He Talks a Lot.
Thank you so much.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, and it's good.
Yeah,
So it's
I'm
good to
just.
be on video, and it's always a pleasure talking to you. This is a
This,
this
this
is
is your
our
studio.
yeah. This is my study or a studio, whatever you call it. If
Huh.
I can show you
Wow,
all I have painted. So that's interesting. So there.
wow.
So it's football season, so there you can see
Uh-huh.
we've tried Messi, Liv Yashin,
Uh-huh.
so all that. It's a fun place.
So whatever videos I see at times on your social channels, this is
Mm.
that space, right? Wherein I see you painting or I see you doing scribblings. Is this the space or?
Yeah, yeah. Some of them, yes, some of them are there.
So sir, what's going on, sir? How is life?
Oh man, advertising was a bit easier. You
Okay.
had a brief, but when you're in academics, things change. And see, it's very you. So if an academician were to work in advertising, he would find it strange. It's a different way of working. Deadlines and things very tight, very sharp
Mhm.
meetings. But when you are in academics and when you're trying to do teaching and all that, so there is a lot of open thinking, shooting in the wind. so it's a very different world. It's a different world altogether. So I'm struggling, and not struggling. I'm getting used
Struggling
to
in
it.
what way?
Not struggling. I
Uh-huh.
use the wrong word. I'm
Okay.
getting used to it.
Uh-huh.
So, even the way we write, an academician writes very differently, and we write
Right.
very differently. So and I feel that both need to merge into one uh, cohesive unit,
Mm-hmm.
because these two worlds, the world which what we call industry,
Okay.
which I would call it the commercial world,
Yeah.
and the institutions or the academic world are
Mm-hmm.
totally different. So you
Right.
hear things from time to time, and this is a debate that goes on, that
Right.
students are never ready. We had, when people join an agency or join work or anything, we have to train them. That is
Right.
because most people have not. There are no practicing professionals in academia. Similarly,
Uh-huh.
there is no diligence in the commercial world
Right.
for intellectual discussions, which is there in academia. So both these things are very interesting, and we should have a merging of both these thoughts and
So
ideas.
you are working towards that merging, is it?
I'm
Towards
not accidentally. I'm an odd man in this, so I'm in that space. So
no, but But since you are actually a part of JJ Institute of Applied Arts now, right? And I think we've spoken about it before, wherein how there is a gap between like what students actually learn
Yes,
in the universities versus what's being practiced outside.
yes,
Correct. And that is the gap you're trying to bring it bit
yes,
closer.
yes.
Correct.
Now, this since we had a chat about that, I
Hmm.
feel that our conversation today will
Hmm.
be a little, a
That's
bit
fine.
more sharper,
Yeah. Hmm.
because we all always complain. There's always a complaint. Forget the students. Students are
Yeah.
the raw material we work with. Are the
True.
products. The
True.
product of
True.
a college is student who
Yeah.
goes to the product goes. We are product suppliers to the industry. If you The
Mm-hmm.
product is a student.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that most academicians or teachers should have practice or should be practicing in a professional space. It's a must,
Yeah.
because you need to know what is happening in the industry. What is the final output there? You know.
Mm.
So that is not happening. And similarly, the
Right.
people from the industry should take time out and come and study new things and
Mm.
work with young students, so they will also understand how a young student thinks and their challenges. So
Mm.
this merging definitely needs to happen. I
It's more
hope.
of the crossover you're talking about, right? Like professionals coming in universities, professors becoming a
Yeah,
part of what's
yeah,
actually
yeah,
happening outside the outside
yeah.
world,
No,
right?
it's more than a crossover. This should be formalized in the
Ah,
sense.
okay.
It should be. It's not. See, crossover happens accidentally
Mm-hmm.
because I spent so many years. Uh, so I'm here.
Yeah.
It should have happened 20 years back with me.
Right.
It would be in a different path. Abhi,
Mm.
now, after so many years of being in a profession, then you're in you've come to a college to
Yeah.
impart, because now you feel like you have to give.
Yeah.
That is accidental.
Mm.
It's not deliberate. What I'm saying is, put a system where it happens deliberately. A middle level manager, uh, not junior, but definitely a middle and above,
Mm.
should should be here. And similarly, a lecturer and a senior lecturer should go to an industry and work.
So,
Very important, especially in the
mm.
field we are
Right.
in the creative field we are in.
Yeah.
Where, see, look, finally, we should not forget that all these YouTubes and Google and Facebook and all that are projects that started in colleges.
I'm sure in this, because this is not an easy thing. I'm sure people have tried this before, and especially like an organization like JJ, um, there are many people, or I would say many students out there, like myself, like yourself, who, especially in the film world, and they're very actually heavyweight students who are now these greats, right? Who must have also tried, right? And I'm still trying to struggle, right, with this, wherein why is it taking a Zahir Mirza to come in the campus, right? And take that initiative of doing something which is very how do I say, very relevant with today's time, correct? And making sure that you are making that effort to make sure that the kids in the college are aware of what's happening at the moment in the industry outside, be it whichever industry. I mean, especially since our last conversation, I'm like, why is it taking so long?
Yeah. So if you had asked
Yeah,
Zahid 15 years back or 20
yeah,
years back, will you teach?
yeah,
Will you actively teach? I
yeah.
would have said no. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Right?
Most
And
of the
this
answers would be that, right?
that is 99.9% answers are this. I ask a lot of now, since you're drinking water, I'll drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 99% answers are this. I'm not ready. Oh, I don't think I can teach. You know.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, I don't have the time. All this is what I hear, especially from professionals.
Mm.
What they forget is when you teach, teaching
Mm.
is the best way of learning. But it doesn't even occur to us. It won't occur to us because we will say, "Arey, we don't have the time," because we are looking
Mm.
at it in a very very narrow way. But if you
Mm.
pull yourself out, you will be able to, one, contribute to your growth as a human being,
Mm.
as a professional, because you don't have the client pressure, or you can do interesting things. It's like going back to the lab, you know,
Correct. Yeah.
going back to a boot camp. Secondly, you can inspire some young people, and
Mm.
third is you can understand the other side better.
Mm.
So that definitely needs happen. uh, why has it not happened? Because we have not had this kind of discussions like what we are having now.
Yeah.
We never had. Yes, but now the West is definitely thinking of it. Look at the software world. A lot of interesting work happens in the colleges, because now they are
Yeah.
being used more like labs.
It's a very serious subject. I remember we speaking about it. Like, example, right? If now, because you are that starting point, which I think people wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? So now, when I know there is a Zahir Mirza in the college where I studied, and he's trying to make an effort, I want to jump in and help Zahir in whatever little ways as possible, right? Now, be it on a yellow bench or whichever bench, right? As long as there are kids enough out there who want to uh, understand what's the outside world, actually the world outside India, actually, wherein people like myself, and there are enough out there from our college who can actually contribute and help them, like
Yeah,
I'm just thinking on top of my mind right now,
yeah.
Zaid.
I will tell
Yeah.
you now. This
Yeah.
is how it has helped. Now,
Okay.
about a few years back,
uh,
I joined. I mean, I
okay,
just
that was
just
pre-COVID, right? You joined.
yeah, just pre-COVID, just
uh,
pre-COVID.
uh,
Okay, and once I was there,
mm,
I see, this is what an advertising professional or a professional who has worked outside, who
mm,
understands branding, can get.
mm,
Today,
mm.
you're talking about Yellow Bench sitting in Kuala Lumpur,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're saying, I want to help. Now, we have
Yeah.
made a brand out of something which happens in college,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's a huge contribution. We are forgetting it.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
a huge contribution,
Yeah.
because that started by just me looking at a bench lying there
Mm-hmm.
and saying, let's brand this bench and let's have conversations on this bench. It has been
Mm.
lying there for over 80 years, that bench.
Okay.
It's a old British. It's a time from when it is from when the college was there. That kind of bench. We
Mm.
just said, well, it's been here and it's been lying. There was some people. It is where the staff of the college, the
Uh,
facility staff,
uh.
I saw them sitting with their legs on top, uh,
Where
and
was this bench in college?
yeah, there
Literally,
are
this.
and there are a few other benches in college like this.
Mm.
So I said, why don't we paint this? I told my student, and let's start a conversation
Right.
on this. The beauty is the kids just took it up
Mm.
and they painted it. Then we said, let's come up with a logo, and then let's come call a few guests, and you take it up as a project. Though in the syllabus there is nothing called project based education. but we didn't stop learning from that. And today, after we have finished 7 yellow benches. Remember that there were 2 years of shutdown.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shut down. Yeah.
and we have done 7 yellow benches. And the kids look forward to a yellow bench because it's like having a small annual. Now, what
Correct.
happens in yellow bench is the kids learn to manage a project, they learn to put up the show, they learn experience design, they
Mm.
learn spatial design, they learn photography, they learn everything. It's a practical, real way. They learn accounts, they learn the business side of it. They learn the business side of it. The first team, the first batch, which did the yellow bench in 2019
Mm.
or 2018 actually,
Okay.
send me their account sheets,
Oh, wow.
we paid so much for the cushions, and Z, it's so nostalgic. They call me Z, of course.
Yeah.
And Z, it's so nostalgic that we have this, and and they sent me pictures, and I can share them with you, of them painting the yellow bench.
Mm.
So it's so interesting. The other day, I got a call from one of them and saying
Right.
that, hey, I got a call from a professional. She's a counselor, and she wants to talk on the bench, yellow bench.
Right.
So somebody had her number 3 years back, and
Right.
she's a coach who wanted to talk on mental health day on the online platform of Yellow Bench. Now, this is how it happens. We need to do more of this, and this
Now-
only
now
an
that you-
industry
Sorry, go on,
person can get. Now, look at. I'll tell you. I know your dad is a well-known illustrator, caricaturist,
Yeah.
cartoonist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But what has happened is he's been doing the stuff only there.
Yeah.
His work has been there on that paper, on those platforms. I wish he had come to. Yeah, that's the yellow bench.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
purposely sharing it for the viewers so that whoever is watching it, please follow it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm sure these are the conversations we are just talking about.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I need to log in, but this is the Insta page of
Yes.
Yellow Bench.
Yes. Please.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. No, I want viewers to support this, either
Thank
if you are as
Thank
part
you.
of the
So,
college or whatever. Yeah.
what I like about young people, they disregard norms, they disregard rules,
The challenge,
and that's a beautiful.
rebels. Yeah,
That's a very beautiful thing, because
absolutely.
because only those who disregard rules
Yeah,
can make new things.
correct.
It would have helped everybody. So it's very important to have a industry meets regular.
Mm.
So I request, this is not for students, I request the professionals who are listening to you to take time out, and even if it's a neighborhood school, to
Yeah.
go there and teach,
Yeah,
because teaching grounds you, teaching
Yeah.
gives you ideas and shuts your engine. It
Absolutely.
makes this whole thing of I'm doing something great.
yeah. No,
It's
in fact, I would tell you this: Dad would be more than happy to join, because
yeah.
he absolutely loves all this, and he's like, of course, any other JJ student is always one part of nostalgia, right? And how you can, in whatever little ways, can help the
Yeah. So now
college.
the next
Yeah.
thing I'm starting is,
Yeah.
and this is a thing in my mind. We're starting two things. One is, definitely we'll be working on live projects with the businesses,
Right.
but it'll be more like a second photographer kind of thing. Students and a mentor from college will be more like a mistress. We will do rebellious things and things which पसंद है तो लो, नहीं तो मत लो.
Right.
हमारा भाई फायदा है, and if you like it, you take it,
Yeah.
And if you do not, then
Yeah.
it's more like the tech guys call it incubator,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
so it's more like that.
I mean, even outside of agency, I would say, like, because agency, I know there'll be a lot of hiccups, and there'll be a lot of people who'll try to tell the kids this is the brief, this is not the brief, or whatever, right? Of course, they will learn from it, but then there are higher chances of now, because there's so much out there, not just
Hmm.
agency life, which was back then, right? And I had agency. This will be like great, like a yellow bench project, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
and it's something new. And
Correct.
see what is the biggest issue with
Mm,
for creativity?
mm,
Fear of trying something new. If you hear any marketing person talk, and today there
mm.
are so many young marketing people who talk, who they're not thinking for the brand,
Yeah,
they're thinking to please their mid-level boss,
of course.
right? And this has
Yeah.
been and this actually will cut that.
Mm,
This the college work should be seen by the senior guys,
correct.
where you cut that nonsense away. This will actually help the agency business. If the students or this community does some edgy work, it will
Mm,
push the agency to do edgier work. Secondly, you will get a better crop.
correct.
Yeah, who have already. So it's a very. We have to now think of new models, new ways to change the system.
Mm,
I was talking to a few of our senior,
mm.
very, very senior. Everybody says, Array, the advertising we did and advertising now is so far away.
Yeah, true.
And that is going to happen.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I see today actually pure creativity is also dying.
Yeah.
Risk, taking a risk is dying. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
What if, right? You create a yellow bench internship program. Yellow
Okay.
bench is the source of whatever kids are learning now. That kids might be part of the college or other colleges, I don't know, right? And these are the kids, and where agencies or even clients or whatever, what they are kind of struggling now is see, kids these days are into like Insta Reels, TikToks, and short format. Correct? Their way of communicating has changed. Their language has changed, and the clients are struggling with it. Be it in Malaysia, India, or wherever. This is a worldwide issue. Wherever you go, there will be a conversation about how there is a huge gap between understanding these kids and how, because no brand is going to come and tell you I want to target the old. Everyone wants to target the young.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, absolutely. And look at the demographics for the
Correct.
next 25 years is going to be young people only.
Yeah, always. So now when you get in these young people, and that's the actually that's also the problem now, and which we also face here, because now kids don't want to join an agency. You know what I'm saying? There are far more cooler things. I want to join TikTok. I want to join, say, in Indian context, a Mintra or whatever, right? Which gives me
Bang on,
discount. Yeah,
bang on, bang
yeah,
on. When you passed JJ and
yeah.
when 80% or 90% of us wanted to join
Join an
one agency
agency.
or the other,
Exactly. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And that was our go-to. I mean that, and we today very few want to join an agency.
yeah.
They want to join gaming.
Absolutely.
They want to join a film production company.
Yeah.
They want to join a space design company.
They want to be a
They want to
YouTuber.
join, yeah, they want to join a UI UX company. They are
Correct.
talking of AR VR. Advertising is getting a very
Thinner and
small
thinner.
chunk.
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
And yeah, and design is another option.
Yeah.
They're saying forget. And another thing is that they do not want a job.
They don't want.
They want a project.
Correct.
Continue on a project, and after a project, they want
Yeah.
to take off
Go
to go to
travel.
Ladakh or
Yeah.
Cambodia, wherever they want to
Wherever.
go.
Yeah.
and come back when they run out of money and
Yeah.
then start
Then
earning.
they take another project.
Yes. So this gig economy
Yes.
is very big, and we need to work towards that.
Mindset has changed, no, sir.
Yes.
Gone are the days wherein, I mean, of course, parents do talk the same thing, wherein, save money and do this, look at your future. The thing with nowadays the kids is they want to live for now. They're not thinking future. They're like, boss, I
Yeah.
have work, I have a project, I need to save this money, I want to see the world, I want to come back, or wherever, even if I'm on a holiday, I'll work from there. Now everyone is working from wherever, right? Your countries are opening up like Malaysia, Bali, I mean Indonesia. They are actually giving visas to people to come and work in the country,
Yes.
and
Absolutely. Now,
wherever they can work. Yeah,
absolutely. Look at when I was. See, we should also understand how the economy has moved. You know,
yeah,
and we don't have these discussions. I was born, say, 20 odd years after independence, right?
uh-huh,
I was born after that. You were born later than that. Okay, let's say, but 20 is a we were a very young nation that time.
yep,
There was
true,
no, we didn't have money. You know, my father didn't have a house. Most of us didn't have house. There was no credit card system. There was no flow of money like that.
yeah,
Today, people like us who have young children, or uh, who are getting into workspace, and they don't have to buy a house as much because they are going to inherit those houses.
correct,
Especially, I'm talking of India. So they don't have to save for. There is no, oh, what happened. There are those they're insured well. You know,
yeah,
there is medical insurance. There's some insurance. Rest of the money which they get, they don't want to work like crazy.
yeah,
And yeah, but our generation, like, oh, putting 18 hours of, and actually, so when I see older people like my age, and a little younger than me also, talk about, uh, oh, these young people are not working like us.
yeah,
Why should they don't need.
exactly,
And
absolutely,
I wish I was lucky as them.
yeah,
They don't need to, because they don't need, and they're very clear. Okay, and look, some countries are already talking of a 3 day week,
4 days.
or a 4 day week.
If I'm not wrong, Singapore has put up a bill
Uh,
for a 4 day week.
yeah, 4 day where you have 3 day weekend,
Yeah, yeah,
which is very serious. Which is
yeah,
because after working so much, you will achieve only that much. So
correct,
you might as well enjoy. You live a better life.
correct,
And you know what? COVID has also made us quickly think new things. Look,
yeah,
we are, we are now so used to talking. If it was pre-COVID, all this would not have, like what we are doing right now, would not have happened.
absolutely.
Now I know how to set up light for it.
Mm-hmm.
Arey,
Of
one
course.
side
Oh,
light.
yeah. Of course.
But all that.
Yeah.
Look at the real estate space.
Yeah.
uh, People you were spending a huge amount on offices, but kya ho raha hai? There's nothing. They are now, they're saying if you can work from home, and especially our work, creative
Yeah.
work, you can sit anywhere and do. You
Yeah.
can go for meeting. You don't have to sit and go and meet some. Actually, it saves a lot of things. So we
Yeah.
have get used to. We have to constantly change, constantly adapt, and which.
Exactly.
Uh,
I mean,
is-
even here we go for a 2 day working week, and this has been our thing now. We don't need to go to work 5 days a week. And especially now, what we are practicing here is, and this is also towards mental health of the team actually, wherein we've told teams don't need to come on a Monday morning, okay? Don't need to come on a Friday. Let's come on a Tuesday and a Thursday. So Monday morning when you wake up, you don't have to go through the traffic. You don't have to, go through the Monday blues. You chill at home, right? We'll do work as usual. Come on a Tuesday, traffic is slightly better. Your mindset is a bit better because Monday you were relaxed. Friday is the same. You don't come to office on Friday. You do your own things. As long as you do the things, we don't care, right? And
Yes.
that is kind of really, I realize it is helping the team uh, be a bit more productive. Also, they are getting their own space wherever they want to, and we're like, man, we want to continue like this. This is great, actually. Even for us as leaders in the team, we are more than happy because we see, right? So these are the changes. And in fact, while you were talking about it earlier about how these kids are thinking, right? And I'm like, I wish I had the balls to, you know, to think that, which and genuinely I'm thinking, right? Because I'm like, yeah, man, I never thought about it. It was always about because, like I was the elder son, the responsibility of, oh, you need to get a job, be it an agency or wherever it is, right? And then work towards it and figure out your life. Now, when I talk to my, the juniors in my team, right? And I've known this for a fact, wherein they don't care about these late night hours or whatever. As long as in the evening they get to meet their friends for dinner or with parents or family, whatever. And if they are into gaming, they stream in the night. They stream from like 11:30, 12 onwards to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, just streaming, gaming, right? And Fridays are not like Fridays what we thought. Hey, Friday night party time. No. Now Friday night is not party. Their party is on either on Netflix, watching something, or doing
Watch
a
party.
streaming, or yeah, it's either a watch party or it's more about them learning new things on a Friday night, or even gaming is part of the learning for them, because through that they get to meet a lot of people, and they have their own communities. I know someone who has, if I'm not wrong, every Friday gaming community meeting across. I mean, the players are across the globe, and they all come together at a certain time because they have different time zones, and these meetings happen at 3 a.m. in the morning, Malaysia time, I'm saying. That's how they strategize and plan things. So that's the dedication and the joy which they get. And also, and these are people and who have created, that is their world. So they don't need to every time go outside and meet people in a cafe or a restaurant or wherever, in a bar. But this is what the takeout is what, of course, I'm gaming. Two is I'm meeting people who I would maybe never in my life would get to meet or experience what is their culture like. I telling them about my culture, and that has only happened because of gaming.
He talks a lot, you know